welcome to the MU Extension Test Kitchen. My name is Lauren Fallmeyer with University of Missouri Extension, and today we are taking comfort food to the max. We are going to be creating our broccoli cheese casserole out of our seasonal and simple online cookbook. Before we got started with our recipe today, I went ahead and pre-cooked about 1.5 cups of brown rice. I've got a couple tablespoons of butter going here in our saute pan, and I'm going to just do a dice on 1 onion. Turn the heat down just a smidge. There we go. Because what we're going to do is we're going to lightly saute our onion until it becomes translucent. Translucent means that you can kind of see through it, if that makes any sense at all. We're not looking to brown it, we just want to lightly saute it. So into our pan goes our onion. So we're going to get this going here just a little. As with all of our seasonal and simple recipes, we encourage you to salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to put a little pinch of salt in here because we just want to enhance the flavor. We're not trying to make it super salty. We just want to enhance the flavor that is already existing in the food that we're cooking with. So put a little bit of fresh cracked pepper in there. These are really, really great just recipes that you can go to without a problem and be able to cook with confidence and know that they're going to turn out really, really well. So while those are going, I wanted to show you a little bit. We have some frozen chopped broccoli ready to go. Once the onions are kind of cooking down a little bit, we'll add the broccoli in to get it heated up really well before we mix all of these things together. While we're waiting, I have a 9x13 baking pan, and I'm going to put a little bit of nonstick spray around there. All right, check out the onions and garlic. They're getting pretty happy in here at this point. All right, so what I'm going to do is our onions are getting about to the stage that I want them to be. Then I'm going to take our broccoli, and I'm probably going to have to turn my heat up just a little bit because, like I said, the broccoli, it was frozen. You can totally use fresh if you want. Broccoli, cauliflower, cold crops, they are in season in Missouri in the spring and in the fall. Typically, I like fall broccoli and cauliflower, but honestly, if I can get it locally grown and fresh, like farm fresh, I'm going to take it. I'm going to go ahead and add in our soup mixture. It calls for about 1.5 cups of milk. So I like to pour my milk directly back into the can and then give it a little stir before I pour it into the pot to make sure I get any remaining soup out of the can. And obviously I do that over the top of our pan. So in case I get a little spillover, which I am, we don't have to worry about a big mess in the kitchen. We have pre-grated some cheddar cheese, so it's ready to go. We used it directly from the block. You can use it from a bag if you want. We prefer to just use it just straight from the block. It only takes a couple of minutes to grate fresh cheese. But another little pinch of salt in here. Again, as we're cooking, we always want to make sure that we're tasting and seasoning our food as we go, okay? It's always easier to add a little bit more seasoning in as opposed to you can't take seasonings out, especially salt. So we're all getting bubbly and good here. So then we're going to take and we are going to pour our rice in. What we're going to do is we are going to stir to combine. We're going to take and we're going to pour about half of our mixture into our casserole dish. Okay. It is heavy, so be careful. And then we're going to do a nice little sprinkle of our cheese, basically in the middle. So we're going to layer our cheese in, so it's kind of like a broccoli cheese lasagna in a way. Okay. Then we're going to take and we are going to pour the remaining half of our casserole in. We're going to take and we're going to finish sprinkling the cheese over the top. And then we're going to pop it in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So we want to make sure, one, that the casserole is bubbling good throughout, okay? And then we also want to make sure that the cheese is good and melty and bubbly on top as well. I'm going to pop this in the oven, then we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back to you with our finished product. So stay tuned. All right, it's the end of our 30-minute bake time on our broccoli cheese casserole, and we just pulled it out of the oven. The pan is still super hot. I wanted to tilt this so that you could see all of the yummy goodness, all of that cheese. Got a nice golden color to it, and I can't wait to dig in. I talk a lot about using herbs and things like that to kind of bump the flavor without adding salt and anything like that. So I have some green onions, and so I'm just gonna like sprinkle that over the top. That'll add a nice punch of fresh flavor, a little bit of crunch from that onion, and plus it's a little more color, okay? So I'm gonna break into this and get a little taste, get a little bite going. Seriously, easy, comfort food. This is the perfect segue dish from wintertime into spring. Use that fresh broccoli or frozen, whatever you can get your hands on. If you don't have broccoli, you could use cauliflower as an easy substitute, and it would be delicious any way you did it. If you like this recipe and you want to see more like this, check out our website. Go to extension.missouri.edu and search Seasonal and Simple. Find this recipe, and like I said, others just like this. And if there's something you want us to try to cook, leave those in the comments below, and we'll be glad to try to live up to the challenge. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.